Our second music guest this morning hails all the way from Makhanda in the Eastern Cape, and it's no surprise that her love for music was ignited by the National Arts Festival in her home. Well, she has since graced quite a number of stages and entered several music competitions, including the NAF Dakawa Jazz series stage, alongside Dumza Maswana in 2017 and the KayaFM and Emirates Pursuit of Jazz competition. After getting a push from her producer, Viwolwetu Kulati has finally released her first EP. Kulati, who will launch Love at the Trabella Pizzeria in Illovo today at 12 p.m, joins us now to tell us more. Viwo, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Good to have you on the show this morning. Now, take us back where it all started for you. How and when did music find its way to your heart?
It has just always been something I did since primary school. And then a teacher saw that I could really sing and put me in music classes, so I grew up with it.
Okay.
High school and then as a career also.
So you owe it to a teacher?
Yeah.
For having opened the doors for you.
Yeah.
And what would you point out as a highlight of a musical career?
Highlight of a musical career is just performing back home, like National Arts Festival. I grew up watching shows there and really be inspired by artists that perform on that stage. So I've always wanted to perform on any stage during National Arts Festival, and that I got an opportunity in 2017.
I mean, that's huge.
Dakawa
Performing
Jazz
for the National Arts Festival is so huge, and so many artists have been begging and knocking on doors to be on that stage and to no avail. So how did that opportunity come about for you?
That opportunity came about, I think they were looking for people to perform alongside Dumza, because Dumza was performing after me. So I basically was opening up for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your first single, Chilly Breeze. What's that about, and what really inspired that single?
Chilly Breeze, we released it in 2019 as my first single. Chilly Breeze is just looking at another perspective of love people don't speak about. Like, for example, it's always the man who breaks hearts. So this side, it's talking in the woman's perspective, saying, I apologize, I also hurt you, I'm also in the wrong. So it's basically that. Yeah.
We heard you perform earlier on, and I must say that your music is sort of a cocktail of different genres. I mean, a sensed a bit of jazz, Afro-pop, and soul. So how would you define a genre?
I don't know yet. I'm still really experimenting and finding myself.
Okay.
But I know that I wanted this EP to really express who I am musically. I'm an R&B girl, I'm a soul girl, and I've also got touches of jazz and Afro soul. So with the 5 tracks that are in the EP, Uzova, all of those things go here.
So is that your signature tune? Is that your style that you'll be moving on with?
Yeah,
or is it just experimenting?
Yeah, I'm experimenting, but I feel I'm comfortable in this sound.
Okay. And your latest project is a 5-track EP titled Love. Tell us more about it.
Love. So it's just an expression of scenarios that happen in love in different people's lives. So love is a topic that's really spoken about and written about a lot. But when we don't practice it daily, people don't feel loved. People aren't loved by families. People aren't loved in their relationships. So it goes back to that thing, reminding people that we are nothing without love. Titles, money, how old we are, anything, those things don't matter. We are nothing without love.
So is that generally what defines you and your music, or is it purely about this album?
It's just purely about this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And who did you work with on this project?
And this project was produced by Wilson Okafor from Nigeria, a brilliant producer. He produced every single song, and he listened to what I wanted. We worked on it. We've been working on it since last year, and just perfecting it until I felt like it was time to release.
What is it that you wanted, Viwo? I mean, just looking back and listening to this project, is it something that you really wanted? Did it turn out the way that you had planned it?
Yes. The most important thing for me was I didn't want to listen back to it and cringe. I just wanted to have quality and also write about what I really enjoy. I just wanted to reflect me, and I feel like it does.
So what lessons came with working on this project called Love?
Lessons that came just generally.
Generally, yeah, and in particular when it comes to this album.
I just feel like the message that this album spreads is for me also a lesson that we only complete when we feel loved.
Yeah.
Nothing else really matters.
And having been relatively new in the recording space, so what are the challenges that you've been facing?
Challenges I've been facing, I think COVID really stagnated us as artists, but now we're trying to build after that phase of our lives. Yeah. I think that's been my biggest challenge was COVID. Yeah.
As Lebo and I mentioned earlier on, you're launching this album today in the next 4 hours at about, what, 12 p.m. in Illovo?
We're launching at 12 p.m. And the album, and the EP, will be out by Friday this coming week.
Tell us more about it. Like, what can you expect at the launch?
Expect at the launch, just chilled vibes, drinks, singing, just sharing my music with everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so how do your fans find you?
Sorry?
How do your fans connect with you?
On Instagram, Viwo Kulati, on Facebook, Viwo Kulati, and on Twitter, Viwo Kulati, all the same.
Great stuff.
Yes.
Viwo, great chatting to you.
Thank you very much.
And all the best this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was singer and songwriter Viwo Kulati speaking to us about her 5-track EP titled Love.